Good night, Gary. We got about 7 minutes before the call starts. I'm just opening it up so everybody can get on in and get comfortable. How you doing tonight?
God, if it wasn't for you, I'd be nowhere. I'm going all the way above. When push comes to shove, the top, cause that's where I wanna be. Cause that's where I gotta be. Growing up as a child, I always wanted to.
How we feeling tonight? I know it ain't number 3 of us on here right now. Everybody gonna come on through. There they go. They coming through. They chopping through. Good night. Good night.
Even through my struggling.
Good morning. Good evening. Depending on where you're chiming in from tonight.
Survival.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. It's gonna be a saucy one tonight. We got prospects. Welcome.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey, baby. I want everybody to interact tonight. I want to show our prospects and our new people coming in how we doing IOP.
Look at you glowing.
Yes, girl. You see that, huh? God is good.
Yes. I see. God is good all the time.
Yes. This call is just not for us tonight. We're going to have people that have never been experienced to the Forex market on tonight. So we want to make sure that they understand how we operate on our study house. We talk, we ask questions, we dive on in. We're going to be saucy, but not too saucy. You know what I mean? We're going to give them some of the things that they need, but it's literally for them to see how easy it is for them to adapt to the trading lifestyle.
That's great. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, and depending on how it goes tonight, I say I'm gonna probably be doing maybe 1 or 2 a month, but we're gonna be changing the passwords to make sure that we don't have people just waiting for the free session, to try and get some jewels. Good night, Stacy. Hey, sis.
Hey.
You look so beautiful, passive queen.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you, my baby. We trying to do some things, girl.
I love it, girl. I love it.
She looking like money, y'all. She looking like
money. Like that's the purple for you.
I'm like, oh, my girl is gorgeous. Face looking all smooth.
How has our Monday been so far, guys?
Awesome.
Anybody been trading?
I have. I must say, I had a good weekend.
I know, right? Definitely. Crypto is on the way up and gold is on its way down. That is something that I can see on a long-term view. So we can be looking forward to it. Yeah, gold should be dropping to at least 16, I think 74.84, 16.87. It may drop down all the way to 14, 15 something. But of course, we're gonna play it day by day, break by break. Knowledge Shades, can you please be good while mom's on a call? I'm gonna have to mop up the bathroom, guys. The bathroom is a swimming pool, okay? All right, we have 3 minutes to 5 o'clock. You guys know we start promptly at 5:05. Y'all have any prospects, anybody that you've been talking to, and you just don't know how to present the opportunity to them, you can definitely take the Zoom link and see if they can hop on. This is for them as well tonight, okay? All right, let's listen to our anthem music while we wait on our other people to get on in here. Get ready. In 5 minutes, we should be able to get started. Good night, kings and queens. Thank you all for being on time and chiming in.
God, when push comes to shove, if it wasn't for you, I'd be nowhere. I'm going all the way above.
Hola,
thank you,
Alicia.
sis.
Hola, Alicia. Hola, Ali.
What you say, baby? Someone chimed in? Okay.
I get it. Even through my struggling, that made me a strong woman. I'm a survivor. Black Academy.
Yes, girl, we starting to look like money, okay?
I remember when the days got rough. It was hard for me to survive. I couldn't depend on nobody else. The only choice I had was God, and He showed me another way that He would provide. Obstacles in my life made me stronger, even though I wasn't survived. I had people tell me they would be there just to hear themselves out. But I held my head high, I tried to stay focused, knowing that I would get
I love that picture, Sonya. War room talk, you know what I mean? War walk talk, let's go.
I know you got it just for me.
Good night, Miss Peggy. Welcome to the call. Welcome, Tyler, Kay, Sonya, Dana, Miss Blue. Welcome, darling. We'll be getting started in 5 minutes promptly.
My faith is stronger. That's where I aim to be. My family, they say don't give up. My haters, they wish me bad luck. But I ain't gonna stop.
We rising to the top, y'all. Yay.
Keep going.
There go my sister Jazz. Good night. 4 minutes and count, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. Thank you all for being on time. You all could have been any place in the world tonight, but you guys are here with me. Very much appreciated.
See you there at the top, yeah. 'Cause I'm there at the top. Ain't gonna
Thank you, Blue. Thank you.
No, ain't never stop. Yeah.
All right, we got 4 minutes left and we will get this party started. Knowledge, can you please not wet up the whole bathroom, please?
God, when push comes to shove, if it wasn't for you, I'd be nowhere.
Welcome, Anthonelle, Waylo, iPhone. We'll be starting in 3 minutes. Please have your pencil, paper, notebooks ready, mind open to something you've never seen before. If you have, let's keep adapting and locking in on these charts so everyone can become the signal if you are not already.
Even through my struggling.
Thank you, ZZ.
That made me a strong woman.
Hey, Mazelli.
I'm a survivor. Black Academy.
Good night, TC. Damalola, good night. 2 minutes and counting, guys. 2 minutes and counting.
when the days got rough, it was hard for me to survive. I couldn't depend on nobody else. The only choice I had was God, and He showed me another way that He will provide. Obstacles in my life made me stronger, even though I wasn't surprised. I had people tell me they would be there just to hear themselves out. But I held my head high, I tried to stay focused, knowing that I would get there and hold it. A Grammy in my hand, my future I command. The top is where I wanna be. God, I know you got it just for me. Push on the shove, I'm going all the way above the top, 'cause that's what I wanna be. 'Cause that's what I gotta be. We push on the shove, I'm going all the way above the top, 'cause that's what I wanna be. 'Cause that's what I gotta be. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. My days get brighter, my faith gets stronger. That's where I aim to be.
Good night, good night. Welcome, welcome.
They say don't give up. My haters, they wish me bad luck. But I ain't gonna stop from rising to the top. I'ma keep going.
All right, my loves, it is 5:05 p.m. Welcome, welcome to Monday Night Study Hall with Pastor Queen. Tonight we're doing something special for the community, allowing intrigued minds to finally get an insight on the inside of the Forex market for free, okay? And we're gonna be initiating and showing you all how the market makers move the market as well, okay? All of the sauce can't be dropped tonight, but I am pretty sure once you finish the study hall tonight, you will become a scholar, make an informed decision for yourself, come join our family, and prosper for 2021. Okay, so let's get started. Before we do, all of my regular scholars, business partners, I would love for you guys to interact tonight when I'm asking questions like we always do. We answer, you can unmute yourselves. We want to show our new prospects, our people that are intrigued about coming in, how we do at IOP, okay? So before we even get started, whenever you get ready to go into the markets, all right, you want to go and look at news. Bottom line, before you even look at a chart, even if you feel like you know which way the market is going, we have Forex Factory, which is one of my favorites. That's the one that I use most of the time. We have some people that use my FX book. My FX book, there is an option in the back office where basically you can lock in your account. So basically you'll be able to tap into monitor how much you're using as for your utilization on your accounts, where we say you only want to use 1 to 3% per trade on your trading account. So if you have $100 in your broker account, you'll be able to monetize and monitor your trades and what you're losing, what you're gaining on a percentile on in my FX book, okay? But with the Forex Factory, that is my favorite, okay? On the Forex Factory, always, ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday. So you want to look at the news for today. You want to specifically keep your eyes on the orange folders, the red folders. The red folders are high impact news folders. They can immediately change the market around. They can have a delayed response. They can have a previous, a before, should I say, response before the news even comes out, anticipating whatever the numbers are, okay? The orange folders are as well. Keep in mind on the right hand side where they tell you they have the detail file, you can click on that, you can click on the folder, and you can read about what they're talking about, okay? And actually, like they see right here, they have the actual numbers. So this is the forecast, right? Forecast of, we want to look at another, this one here. Okay, they didn't even have one in there. They don't even have one in here. That's all day. So right now they don't have it in. But as you can see, like just with the chef at 3 o'clock this morning, that was the economic barometer, okay? The forecast was at 101.0, but the actual number that came out was 103.5, which was good, right? So in the midst of that, you have to keep account of all of that when you're getting ready to enter into a trade. I'm going to say this, and I don't want anybody to have any complexes about it. We have been taught to trade with the technical analysis. But when you open your eyes to the way that a market maker makes money with the market, that's the people that are betting against us, betting for us to lose. They have to make money in the markets, right? Sometimes, some of the time, most of the time, the news is already incorporated into their move. They may have you feeling like the news had something to do with the move. No, that was just basically the orders that the market makers had to fulfill to complete their moves. Okay. So as for today on Monday, we are currently at 5:09. So tonight, the only news that we have is at 10:30, red folder odd. We have an orange folder for odd. So anybody trading the Aussie pairs, please keep in mind of that news that we have. Now coming into London session, we really don't have any news until 4:30 in the morning on GBP. 8:30 in the morning, we have CAD, orange folder. 10 in the morning, we have USD, red folder, guys, red folder. Okay. Please be mindful of that. So now, since we've looked at the news, we see as of right now, we have really nothing stopping us from going into the markets tonight on Asian session, except the Aussie. Now, the Aussie is Asian pair, right? So you need to be mindful of that. And as well, the correlations to the Aussie pair. Okay. You don't want to trade, and I'm going to say this, this is my perspective on it. I would not be trading Euro USD at Asian time. I want us to get into the habit of trading the correct pairs at the correct times. If you all do not know which pairs move at what times, please drop something in the study hall chat, and I will put the relevant information in there for you guys to be able to go into the Asian session and know which pairs that you want to trade if you don't have a trading plan already. Okay. So I'm going to, should I say, break down two different strategies. First of all, I'm going to do the 20 pip and dip because that is newbie friendly, new beginner traders, people that have never traded before, novice traders that want to come into the market and make them some money, but they've never done it before. Okay. As well, I want you guys to also understand when you're in the company, when you decide that you want to cross that line and come into our beautiful, beautiful family, I want you all to come in on demo. I want you to become a demo expert until you understand when we call in trades, how to enter the trade, how to execute the trade. If it's a market execution, if it's a buy stop or a buy limit, a sell stop or a sell limit. Some of these things may seem foreign to my new people that have never been here before, but trust me, if you decide to jump aboard, it will all make perfect sense in less than 30 days, definitely, okay? So right now, I'm going to clear all of my indicators off of the chart, okay? Now, close this up. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour, okay? I'm going to take the candles off and I'm going to go to a line chart. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come over here and grab a horizontal line and I'm gonna mark where price currently is at this present time, okay? The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the most recent low, which is right here. I like this area personally. We haven't even really dissected the chart, but I love this area. Why? Because this is support, which is our floor, and this is resistance, which is our ceiling. And when you're looking for zones, zones are basically where price is going to respect, whether it's going to react, it's going to stall, it's going to consolidate. It is a major zone where the market makers have been and they will be there again, okay? As well, I'm going to mark my next lower level. Well, basically, we can do that one. I want to mark this one and see what we have in the past. I want to make sure that we have, I want to change it to orange. And the reason why I'm changing it to orange, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't lose anybody in the market, all right? But for this zone right here to be validated, This is the support, which is the floor. I also need to have a ceiling, which is resistance. So if you have a pen and paper, please write that down. Support equals floor. Resistance equals ceiling. Okay? So let's go back in time. And what I like about the market maker theory, you don't even have to do all this. But this is for our novice that want to get into the market really quick without holding on to a trade for too long, okay? So I'm going to do this for all of our newbies. All right. Okay, close that up some. And this is basically like a back testing, okay? My price hasn't been there in a while. Punch up. All right, nope, she's not a valid zone. We're gonna take off. I'm back. Open up. All of this navigation of the trading view, you'll be able to understand that once you come aboard into the family. We have beginner sessions on Saturdays with Savvy, Mondays with me, Tuesdays with Tasha. We have a community where 24/7 somebody is online to be able to help you with your charts. If you mark up a chart and you don't know if it's, if you've done it correctly, it's a no judgment zone here in IOP. We just want to make sure that everybody wins. All right. So I want to take that off, remove that. So now, right now, we have our first low underneath price and we have our second low. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go over here and grab us a horizontal line. And now what we're going to do, we're going to look for our most recent high, which is right there. Change that back to red. Okay. I like this zone. Once again, a resistance, which is our ceiling. Support is our floor. Support our floor. Support our floor. That's a valid zone. Okay. Now I want to do another one. I like to do 2 above and 2 below. Immediately I pick that area. Resistance, ceiling, support floor. All right. So we can stop there because honestly, if you're going in for 20 pips, you're going to be able to get 20 pips either going up or going down just from right here. If it goes up, that's 23 pips, correct? And if it goes down, that is about 40 pips, okay? So besides us going on the 1 hour, we're going to drop down to the 15-minute. We're going to drop on our 20 pip and dip indicator. You will get the 20 pip and dip indicator once you become a scholar of Epic International. And we're going to cut our candlesticks back on. Okay. Now, the easy thing that I love about the 20 pip and dip for our beginners. This is a simple system and it works. It works. It works. It works. Okay. So what you're looking for to be able to enter the market on a 20 pip and dip indicator. Okay. Right now, you're going to want to look for a series of higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. Higher highs and higher lows means that you're in a buying position. That means that the candles are on top of the 50 moving average, which is this blue line that you see right here. We call it water, okay? And when you're in a sell, you're going to be having lower highs and lower lows, and that's going to be below the 50 moving average, which is our water right here. But you want to be mindful. You don't want to jump in the market when it's giving you just a variety of lower highs and higher highs, lower highs, lower. You want it to basically, like right here, this is the 15-minute chart, okay? I'm not going to tell you to go down to the 5-minute chart. It will have you pulling out your hair. 15-minute chart, okay? So from what I'm seeing right here, let me get my arrow. Okay, so here is our lower low, okay? Here we go. It created a lower high. It broke the 50 moving average. After it broke the 50 moving average, it came right back and retested the 50 moving average. Okay? It retested. When you're trying to get into the market, you would love best advice that I can give anybody is when you're doing the 20 pip and dip, you want structure to break and retest the 50 moving average before you make a move into the market. Because if you just jump into the market after it broke the 50 moving average, you're going to be in unnecessary drawdown. Okay. So say for instance, you saw this move down at the bottom, this pin, which is a wick to the lower side, right? And you got in. You would probably be up, let's see. You'll be up 61 pips, right? And then once it had to come back to retest the 50 moving average, you're going to be in drawdown. You're going to be in drawdown for, hold on, let me get it again. You're going to be in drawdown for 33 pips. Sit on your hands and you want to wait for it to break. Now, since this is a, this broke to the upside, you're looking for buys and buys only, okay? So once it went up, it broke the 50 moving average. It consolidated in this area right here. It retested the 50 moving average. Yes, it closed below the 50 moving average, but that doesn't mean that structure has changed. It literally, you need literally 5 candles below structure for you to understand that the whole structure has changed, right? So in this instance, let me remove the arrows so you all can see what I'm saying. Okay, so once it broke the 50 moving average, it gave us a railroad back all the way back up to the 50 moving average. And then once it closed, your entry could have been here at 1.29729. Let me grab a, what I want to grab. I want to grab an arrow. All right. All right. Where is it? Right here. All right. Oh, no, that's the one I want up here. All right. So your entry would have been here once it broke, right? And your stop loss would have been below our higher low, which is right here. So literally you will be risking 19 pips to make 20. That's a one-on-one. Literally with me, I would like to do 20 pip and dip. It's about 1-in-1, but me with my trades, I like to do a 3-to-1 ratio where basically I'm risking 10 pips to make 50 or 60 pips. But with the 20 pip and dip, that's just the way that it goes. You want to be below previous structure and you want to try to minimize your risk on your trade, right? So once it broke, you will enter for the buy above. You will put your stop loss below the most previous low, which is right here where our candles were, but below it, okay? And then you're going to take your ruler from your entry and calculate 20 pips. Well, literally that one went 30 pips. It came back up to structure, okay? And this is what we marked on the higher time frame. This red, all of these red lines, remember on the 1 hour where we marked where price currently was, and then we marked 2 places above price and 2 places below. That is literally your take profits. Sometimes your stop loss areas, as you can see, because what did I say? You want to put it below that area and look where it is. It's sitting on a support and resistance zone. Okay. So that is a 20 pip and dip. It's a very simple strategy. Any help that you may need with it, we're always here. It is really, really good for my beginners. I have a lot of students actually being able to make them some money consistently because they understand the structure, right? So look at this consolidation. This is a consolidation zone. And when I say it's a consolidation zone, it's basically where the candles are just jumping. They're just like it's a sideways movement. So we have bullish moves, that means it's going up. And we have bearish moves, meaning it's going down. And then we have sideways movement, which is called consolidation. In the market maker theory, it's called accumulation, where the market makers are holding price at a certain point for an extended amount of time for them to be able to change and shift the market. Okay. Now in the market, when you're actually being like basically in the trade, right? There's going to be 3 levels. Level 1, consolidation. Level 2, consolidation. Level 3, consolidation, fake out, true move. And when I say fake out, I want to show you guys on another chart. Okay. But as of right now, where we are in USD CAD, this is on a 15-minute. We know right now we're in the buy, but right now we're on a dead session. Basically, right now, the market is not doing much of anything. Okay. It's a dead zone. So right now on the 1 hour, let's see what we see. And this is what we do. You don't want to predict the move. You want to grab the move when it's happening. Okay. So let's move these bars out of the way. Remove. I don't want to move drawings. I want to remove that. Thank you. All right. Okay. So as of right now on the hour, look at this. It created a higher high. It created a lower low, right? And now it has created a higher high. But in the midst of that, look at these pins. If you don't understand what pins are, you will once you come into the community. But as for my scholars, the ones that are already in IOP, and we do this every week, what does pins, and when I say pins, I'm talking about up here, what does a pin equivalent to? What does that mean when you see a pin or you see a long wick like that? Let me look in the chat. Let's see who's going to say it. The wick. What is a wick? Rejection. Yes, Muhammad. Thank you. Okay. Rejection. Yes, rejection. So in that aspect, okay, show them on the chart what the high and low is. It says, but they don't know what the abbreviation means. Thank you, sis. I got you. All right. So basically these HHs, that means it's a higher high. The LH means it's a lower high. So in that instance, when I was telling you about structure, right? So this, it was on a downtrend, right? Look at this. Okay, we're going to start even. We're going to start from way over here. All right. This was a lower high. It created a lower high. It came up. It created another lower high. Then it gave us another lower high. Then a lower low. So we were in a downtrend at that time. In the midst of consolidation, remember I told you we have 3 levels. 3 levels. And I don't want anybody to get confused. This is something that we do. And it may seem overwhelming, you just first seeing it, but I promise you, once you like understand it, it's going to be like, oh my God, is that easy to snatch the money from the markets? Yes. Okay. Look at this. Let's go all the way back. All right. So this is where the move occurred. Okay. So this is the 1 hour. It went from a higher low, from a lower low, that is a sell. But then it broke the 50 moving average and it created a higher high, which is meaning it is going to the upside of the blue line, which is the 50 moving average. It crossed back over to the 50 moving average, back down to the downside, but it created higher lows. This was the first higher low, and it created a second higher low above the lower low. So that is giving you indication that the market is shifting and is changing. I will address the railroad in a moment. It's letting you know that the market is shifting, but you don't want to automatically just jump into the market. You want the market to come to you. You don't want to chase the market, right? So after it created the higher low, it jumped right back over the 50 moving average and it created another higher high. It retested the 50 again, but this time it gave you a lower low. If you were on the 15-minute, you would have been able to catch you 20 pips. Easy. This is the hour chart. Okay. So after the lower low, it created a lower high, right? After it did this right here, And it gave us this pin, which is a wick. A wick just states exhaustion in the market. So that is basically giving you an inclination. It's letting you know that the bulls, which is bulls mean that the market is buying. The bulls are losing steam. They're losing their momentum. The market makers are shifting the market towards the bears, which is the sellers. Okay. So once it created the lower low, it created the lower high, which is basically it came up. This right here all day, I would have jumped in that. As soon as this was a fake out candle, I'm telling y'all, this was a fake out candle. This candle went all the way up to the top and then it finished here. This is an engulfing. Let me get an eclipse. All right. This is this is an engulfing bearish pattern. When I say engulfing bearish, I'm meaning the bearish candle, the red candle, the negative candle, the selling candle is bigger. It has engulfed the smallest candle, right? So that's one confirmation that it was selling. The second confirmation is when this candle closed on the hour, this wick is half of this candle. So it's basically game over for the bulls. It's the bear's time. So after it did that, and then it completed that candle and it closed, this second candle right here would have been your entry for a sell. Okay. Now, when you entered your sell, you could have entered it maybe here. After that sell, you could have caught you 62 pips. Well, how do I know when to get out of the market, Precious? How do I know to get out the market, Passive? Look at this consolidation. I'm going to get to the Q&A in a few seconds, guys. Consolidation. Look at these candles. No action, no power, no power, no power. It just ran out of steam right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's doji candles. You all will get incorporated with the candlesticks. We have a thing called the Candlestick Bible in our back office. It teaches you about the candlesticks. The money is in the candles, in the lack thereof. Okay. So with this consolidation right here, Knowledge, can you please stop, honey bun? I love you so much. All right. So after it consolidated, right? It made a move up. After this consolidation, all of these wicks to the downside, I would have been expecting it to go back up. That's me because I understand candle patterns. If you don't, then you'll get into the habit of learning how to be able to jump into the market and snatch you 20 pips at a time, right? And then you can gradually move up. So after this breakout from here to the next high, that's 30 pips. You could have jumped in, right? Soon as it showed you some momentum, first momentum after all of this, I would have jumped in and grabbed me 20 pips. Waited for it to get back to the 50 moving average and waited for a reaction. It created a lower low. It's still in the selling mode. It's still in the selling mode. If you got in from here, you literally could have held it, got out of the market, jumped back in on the buy, got out after it broke on a 50 moving average, and it formed what? Another pin. Jump back in the market. That would have been another 29 pips. You're only going for 20. That's what I love about the 20 pip and dip indicator. Okay. Let me look at the chat and answer some questions. Give me one moment, guys. Give me one moment. It sounds like this guy is pouring water on the floor. Give me one moment. Not as Jace. All right, I'm back, darlings. I got a mountain of water to pick up when I get back. Okay, we have to get this finished, okay? Let's look at the chat. All right, rejection reversal. Yep, we robbed the banks legally. You can just show and explain some of the candlestick patterns. Yep. Good job, sis. You look nice. Thank you, sis. All right. So let me look for a railroad. We had one further back. All right. So this here. Knowledge, stop before I whoop you. I'm not about to do this with you tonight, okay? You need to stop, honey bun. Thank you. All right. This is a railroad. When I say a railroad, it means two candles. They're equal in length. So basically, the market makers, in this instant right here, the market makers are pulling price down, right? And then they move the price right back up in the same time frame, like the same level, right? And then after that, it came with an engulfing bullet bearish to the downside. But after that, what did it do? It gave us, after this two candles going down to our support and resistance, it faked us out. It had us thinking it was still going to drop. And then what? It formed the pin. And this is on the 1 hour. Keep in mind, when it formed this pin, this is a wick, right? It's letting us know that the bears have lost steam. And then after this candle completed, what did it do? It gave us another candle to the upside, to the 50 moving average, and it never came back. It never came back. But after it touched the 50 moving average, it gave us this right here a little bit. And then it gave us an engulfing bullish to the upside. Whenever you see an engulfing candle, especially around the 50 moving average or at the bottom of a trend or a top of a trend, it states a reversal. It's a reversal pattern. Okay. The dojis, let me open this up so you guys can see the dojis, and then we're going to get into some market maker moves. Okay. All right. This here, all of these are dojis. Let me grab Eclipse. All right. So that is a doji where you actually see, it's like a cross literally, right? Whenever, like, it's similar to like when you see an anorexic person or somebody that's really, really thin, you could presume that they don't eat much, right? Because of their body frame. And that's just like with the doji candle. I'm not going to say it's indecision because I've learned from the market makers, they're just basically shifting the market. They're holding price for 15 minutes. In this case, they were holding price for an hour. And then they consolidated in this area. They consolidated in this area. And then after they consolidated, they dropped. They dropped. They dropped. They dropped. So off of the consolidation, you want to sit on your hands and you want to wait to see what the market is going to do. And let me give you one even better. Let me take the 20 pip and dip off. And we're going to put our ranges on. Okay. Let's put our ranges on. All right. I'm going to take all of these lines off the chart. Remove drawings. Remove drawings. And make it even simpler for you guys before we move on. Okay. My high-low. All right, cool. All right. So as of right now, we are in a dead session. All right. Keep in mind, we're in a dead session. Your sniper entries are going to literally come from you waiting for the market. You want to catch it at the bottom, which is the low of the day, or you want to catch it at the top, at the high of the day, right? But once you catch it there, it's a little skill after you catch it there, right? So on this 1 hour chart, this little shadow that you see, that is the range. That is the range for New York. You see the N down here, and the range for today was 70 pips. Okay. So between the three levels that I'm telling you about, you can take the 70 and divide it by 3. So literally you're going to get 3 levels of approximately. It's nothing always on point. So you're going to get approximately 22 to 25 pips in 3 levels before it gets ready to reverse. But let me show you guys something, okay? Fake outs are going to come at the beginning of the session and the end of the session. So we already caught it to the upside, remember? Because like I said before, this is the bottom, the low of the day. So on the low of the day, what did it do? It wicked down to the low of the day. And then what did it do? It gave us an engulfing bull. So we rode it up. So on the uptrend, where we are right now, I'm literally expecting it to drop. That's my analysis on it, and I'll show you guys why. Okay. So on the high of the day, it has already got there. Each session, it changes, but you don't want to get caught in between sessions. You want to make sure that you are accurate in your analysis. What I see right now is these 2 pins at the top. That's what I see. I see these pins. So these pins are basically telling me if price does not surpass this area, and I'm talking about a whole candle, right? We're going into seller territory. As you can see right now, it looks like we're going to probably either have a railroad or we're going to have an engulfing bear. In the mind of using the ADR, which is the average daily range, you can just about put the money in the bag, right? If at the high of the day, at the beginning of the session, it spikes up 25 to 50 pips. This is 27, right? And that's a stop hunt, okay? So it spikes up at the beginning of the session or the end of the session, 25 to 50 pips. And then it gives you, what does it give you? It gives you pins to the top. It gives you pins to the top. And the candles never close above this area, but they keep going down. This is our average low. This is our daily high of the day right here. That's what that is, right? So it has already done its 25 pips to the upside. It can give us another one. It's literally 25 to 50 pips above the high of the day or the low of the day. Stop hunt, go the other way. So literally on this instance, I will be looking for to sell the market. Look at the 15-minute. Look at this. This is a Batman. This is a Batman. This is the outside bar. Second pin to the top. And all of the candles below that are closed below the pin. And what is it doing? It's dropping. So literally, right now is not the time to get in the markets. I'm not telling nobody to get in the markets right now. Please do not do that. Spreads are wide and it's not going to be moving to your liking, okay? But from what I'm seeing, I already know that I will sell USD CAD. I'll take it for 20 pips because as you can see, the New York range was 70. It's going to move. It's going to move in 3 levels, 20 to 25 pips a piece. Hey, baby. Yeah, all right. I'm coming to the door. Give me 1 minute. All right. Y'all give me 1 moment. My stepdaughter is here. I'm about to teach her too. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. We ain't getting off. We ain't getting off, baby. All right, now who done put on some music? That had to be my sister Jazz.
DX is absolutely amazing. Everybody and anybody that's in DX wants to help everybody else.
All right, who is that? I need you to mute yourselves, guys.
DX is the best
that's me.
I've made
What
in
is
my
that?
entire working career.
Hold on, guys.
For not knowing anything about the Forex industry, they have made it so simple.
I don't know what that is.
Ashonda, you're the only one unmuted, so that's
I
you.
know. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Sis. Oh, that must have been something on. It had to have been something on Facebook. I just seen the arrow or whatever. Okay, well, back to it, guys. All right, so this is the market maker theory. This is the easy way for you guys to be able to get into the market without all the technical stuff, right? The candles, the pins. You see your brother got the like a river. Y'all sit on down, enjoy yourself, whatever. I got to mop up a thing of water. Hey, all right. Yeah, I got everything, baby. I got you. All right, so in this instance right here, this is a Batman. This right here, the consolidation, keep in mind, I'm going to say again, consolidation is simply for the market makers to be able to move the market. They're not going to always just sporadically just change shift. But what they're doing is they're accumulating people, retail traders, that's thinking that the market is going to continue to go up, right? Because as you can see, what do we see? We see a rise, we see consolidation, pullback, rise. We thinking that it's going to keep buying, right? But the market maker's job is to confuse us, to make us think that the market is going one way so they can do what? Stop hunt, kill all the stops, and go the way that they want to go, because they make their money in the midst of these wicks. That's how they make their money. And we make our money. They change the market whenever they want to change the market. Okay, let me get to the chat. Somebody, Knowledge, can you please stop, babe? Y'all can sit down. You can come over here. It don't matter. You can sit down on the bed, baby. Ain't nobody gonna bite you. All right, so let me get to the chat. All right. What is the Asian session range? Miss Peggy, it is an indicator that we use. If you decide to come into the company, I will walk you through everything. All the indicators that I have on here, we make sure that all of our scholars have them, so they'll be able to navigate like we navigate, okay? It's not too advanced. If they have questions, tell them to drop it in the chat. Just tell them to drop it in the chat. That's what we're here for. All right. Rejection spring. Someone has their hand raised. Okay. Yeah, you need more of this. We all do. Okay. What is a pip? And what does it equal in money? All right. So a pip is basically each movement to the upside or each movement to the downside. So as you can see, this number right here is 1.29914. Once it gets to 1.29915, it's moved up 1 pip. So as a beginner, you're going to come in and you're going to use a lot size of 0.01, which is, that means you're risking 10 cents per pip. So if it's going in your favor, you're going to gain 10 cents each move it goes up. And if you're in the wrong move, you're going to lose 10 cents each way that when it goes the opposite way. So it is equivalent to what you have in your broker account. If you have $1,000, you can do a 0.05, which is 50 cents per pip. But keep in mind, you don't want to over leverage your account, because if you only have $100 account and you enter 3 trades, each one of those on a 0.05, in each one of those trades, one may have a stop loss of 30, right? So 30 times 50, that's you risking $15 on one trade off of $100 account. That is, and then you're doing 3 trades, you're over leveraging. We're going to teach you guys all about that in the actual IOP community. You know, tonight is just an eye opener for you guys to let you guys know we are experienced and we are a family, and we're making sure that even if you know nothing, you'll be able to grow and make money with us. Okay. All right, let me see. Somebody had their hand raised. Okay, let me see. Okay, Naja. Oh, that's my cousin. Unmute yourself, Naja. Hello?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, baby?
So basically, you saying it's a high and low, right?
What you say, honey?
I say, so basically, you're saying it's a high and low, right?
It's a higher high and higher lows is when you're buying. And
Okay.
lower lows and lower highs when you're selling. But no matter what, when you're looking for entry into the market, you want to wait for the market to come to you. So if you're doing higher highs and higher lows, We know that we have 3 levels. So you're going to have 2 chances to be able to get into that trade before it consolidates on the 3rd level and reverses to go the other way. Okay?
Okay.
And I know it's something new for a lot of you guys just being on, and the terminology may seem like it's a lot, but in actuality, looking at it and practicing it day by day, I have senior citizens that have came to the market and been able to get in within 2 weeks. We have a study hall session, like I told you before, 3 times a week. We have nothing but videos in the back office. I have my YouTube videos. We have 1,000,001 Telegram chats where all of the beginners can ask any question you want to ask because you don't know. No question is stupid. No question is dumb because you're a beginner. It's just like you going to preschool and you learning how to write your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s and learning how to count. So you're going to grasp it the more that you see it. So when you decide to come into the community, that's why I say I like you guys to start off on your demo accounts. You have a 2-week syllabus that I want everybody to go through before you actually physically trade with your money. You can do the demo for the 2-week syllabus, right? And once you understand the formalities and you getting comfortable with it, and you feel like, oh, I feel like I could do this, right? You're going to do it in your demo account. It's simulating your real money. But in actuality, if you lose it, it's not going to cut off your lights. It's not going to hurt you with your light bill. Nothing that you need as in surviving, you're going to be sacrificing because it's a demo account, right?
Okay.
That's where we are. Did that answer your question? Yes, it's being recorded, Tawana. Any more questions, my darlings? I'm gonna get them. I got 10 more minutes on the call, girl. I gotta just mop the floor, girl. I got it. Sit your butt down. I got him. Can you show again what the last most recent high was? Of course. Okay. So right now, this area right here is the fake out. Okay. So you see this green line right here? This green line and this line. This is the high, and this is the low. So as you can see, well, you probably can't see. I keep saying as you can see. I act like I'm talking to my regular scholars, okay? So as of right here, let me draw this line. It was a fake out. This was the end of the session right here. This was the end of New York session, okay? It was a consolidation zone. This is the consolidation zone. You're waiting on the market to react. So after the consolidation zone, let's see how many pips that it dropped. Okay, it only dropped 16, 15, and then it shot up. Fake out. The fake out. Oh. All right. So from here to here, what was that? That's 40. That's 50 pips. What did I say? The market makers are going to shift the market. False move before the true move. So that's literally what they did outside of the box, outside of the high of the day. So you don't want to jump in the market as soon as you see that occur, because you have to think like the market makers. They're making me think that we're going to continue to buy, and then they're going to snatch the market away from you with these pins right here. With these pins, these wicks. And then what did it do? It consolidated and now it dropped. So you can literally feel safe to say that you can sell it once it closes from here to here. That's 33 pips. Get out the market and see how it reacts.
What?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, Lord. I have a lot of stuff.
Give it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. My life. Okay? That's what it is. Hush your mouth, boy. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. All right. Let me look at the chat. All right. You have your cousin mute. You done, Naja? You have any more questions?
So you talking about the demo. Okay.
Yeah, the demo account is what you're going to utilize until you get comfortable we're taking signals or learning about how the market moves. If you want to say, okay, from 10 sessions of us doing what we're doing and marking up charts, because just besides us, we have the entire company, the Epic Chat. I am a 5-figure trader. We have 6-figure, 7-figure, 8, 9, 10, 11-figure traders that are teaching. It's not just me. We have sessions 4 times a day between us and the corporate company. We have 4 sessions a day, 5 days a week. So if you plug in, and I'm going to tell everybody on this call, and I don't want to seem like I'm being mean, I'm honestly letting you know, if you cannot dedicate 30 minutes a day to just learn, get out of this 2-week syllabus, if you cannot be able to buckle down and figure out a schedule that's going to work with you versus this Asian session coming on at 7 p.m., it's an hour session with a master trader that is showing you exactly what I'm showing you. And even we go in depth. This is just a teaser. This is not even the meat and potatoes, okay? But it's giving you an insight to how easy it is for us to snatch the money. I don't want you a part of IOP. And I'm not saying this to be mean. You're just going to basically waste your time. If you don't have in your head right now, whatever made you come to this call tonight, whatever reason made you inbox me and say, I want to know about this, I need you to have some self-accountability, because at the end of the day, it's not hard, but it's not as easy as people think. But if you adapt, just like if you went to college and you were going to college to be a CNA and they had to teach you how to do this and teach you how to do that, for you to get that degree, you had to pass those courses. This here, it's doctor money, it's lawyer money, it's drug dealer money, but it's legal. $7.2 trillion a day industry, which you just tapping into 1% of that, it's not even going to affect the markets. This is a skill set that's going to pay you for life. But I want you guys to understand, you have to take this seriously. You can't come in and just want to be a person that takes the signals. You're not going to, you're going to make money, but what happens to the people that are feeding you these signals? What happens if one day one person passes away, God forbid, somebody leaves the company shuts down? You're a professional trading copier. You're not the signal. And that's what we do here. 24/7, we make sure that our students are thriving. We have homework in IOP. We want to see charts in IOP. If you feel like you're doing it wrong, it doesn't matter. Long as you're trying, practice makes perfect. That's what I want to say. But you have to have the mental capacity to want to get out of your current situation, your 9-to-5 job, the 2-3 jobs, whatever you're doing, and you need this extra money and you see the potential in this. I want you to give yourself 60 to 90 days. And I'm pretty sure after you finish the 2-week syllabus, within 30 days, 2 weeks to 30 days, you'll be in the market. If you do as we request of you. If you don't feel like you have 30 minutes a day, an hour a day to dig into the 2-week syllabus, jump on one of these sessions, which is an hour, get your notebook and your pen, and you write and you look, and it's going to come to you. I promise you it's going to come to you. If it doesn't come to you, you can definitely reach out to me, any other leader. We are here for our community to make sure that you grasp this information. If you don't feel like you have that tenacity and that self-control, I'm sorry, but IOP is not for you. But in the midst of that, if you looked at what we did tonight, and it may seem confusing, but you know that this is something that you'll be able to conquer, because it's nothing but candles. It's red and green. It's green lines. It's structure. It's structure. All of these indicators, all of this stuff, I promise you, you guys will be getting. Okay? I don't want to spend the whole night like breaking down the indicators and things like that, because that's what we do in the community. Tonight was just an eye-opener to show you guys what we do in the markets. And what we look for is M's and W's. M's and W's and breaks from the high of the day and the low of the day. Stop hunt to the low, take it up. Stop hunt from the top, take it down. That's all we do to make money in the markets. But practicing it and making sure that your eyes can see it is what we do to make sure that you guys are being able to grasp the information. Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions? Hanaja?
Yeah. Okay. The demo is 2 weeks, right?
No, the demo is for as long as you need it until you feel
Okay.
comfortable that you know how to plug in the trades that we calling. Now, once you understand what the candlesticks are, what a doji is, what a wick is, it's certain acronyms that we know the language, the limbo. Once you get comfortable with that and complete the 2-week syllabus, I will feel confident with you being able to load your broker account and taking our trades. But I'm not going to
Okay.
set up anybody for failure. I'm just not going to do that.
Okay. So send me the information with the about the demo and all that.
Okay, well, what it will be, I'll send you the link. You're going to register as a scholar. It's $99.99. And then I will make sure that you set up with everything that you need. We'll
Okay.
probably jump on the Zoom, and once I finish with my daughter-in-law, I got all y'all. Whoever ready to jump in tonight, I'll be doing session after session after session after session. And then tomorrow we have a beginner session with Tasha tomorrow evening. All of our calls are being recorded. It's on all of our YouTube channels. So if you have a 9 to 5 or you work and you going to school, you can't make it to the call, you don't have to worry about that. You can go home, get your kids situated, go through it, and take your time just to grasp the information and get it, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? It is 5:59. Have y'all enjoyed the study hall tonight? Drop a 1 in the chat, unmute yourselves. Let me know how y'all feeling tonight. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
I totally enjoyed the study hall. This was awesome, Queen. I thank you for your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the patience, your character showed up and showed out tonight just to pour into all the newbies, and hopefully that everyone saw a chance and opportunity to grow wealth, because that's all we do over here is put ourselves in a position to grow wealth. Well done, Queen.
Thank you, my baby. Thank you. Thank you. For any of the prospects.
Yes, this was a great call.
Well, thank you, darling. Anybody on the call tonight, if somebody invited you to the call and you are intrigued and you are ready to get started, feel free to inbox them. They will walk you through getting set up, get you guys in the Telegram groups, get you guys set up with everything, give you guys a brief breakthrough through the back office where you need to go for your 2-week syllabus. And I will hope to see you guys on the next call. All right. Any more questions before we get off?
So where should I meet you?
I guess that is a no. All right, my darlings. Well, it has been a pleasure being your humble servant tonight. This will be dropped in the chats and on my YouTube channel as soon as it is uploaded to YouTube. Thank you, guys. I love you. I love you. Let's be epic. Let's change some lives, and let's make 2021 the best year yet. See you guys soon. Pastor Queen is signing off.